Peace. What up? It's the Almighty Infinite CAIN, aka the Black Hunk, aka Young Saucito, and I am doing the annotated version. If you don't know what that word means, go look it up. I feel like that's one of the most special parts about my art, or about my writing, or about my music. It actually requires you to break it down. It's worthy of being broken down. I would like to accredit my grandmother, Frances Anita Smith CAIN. I would like to credit one of my teachers, Miss Lene Jones. I would like to give them credit for that. My grandmother used to say that well, first off, she used to say this. My grandmother's very brash. She used to say that something to the effect that verbal talking was like the most primitive form of communication. That's number one. Number two, she said to me when she found out I was scared of my grandmother. She's a real gangster out here in the world, you know what I mean? So I was scared of her for a good part of my life. And she found out I was emceeing and rapping. And she said to me, she said, "Now, son, I just want you to remember that this is not singing. So there's really no talent bar like per performance. So make sure when you're saying something, you're saying something." On my granny. So, you know, I take a lot of pride in that. But I also understand that we're in the information age. And what I found out about this information age is it doesn't necessarily make people smarter, but it does make people more curious. So, because there's so much content, you have to make sure that you provide a lot of context, is what I've learned. Again, because there's so much content, you have to provide context. And so that's what I want to do for this song. The name of the song I just dropped is called Now or Never, produced by the super mega producer Goldmine. Make sure y'all follow him at Gold M9 _ Goldmine. Make sure y'all follow him. He's an incredible producer. He's a one in a generation type of talent, and represents hip hop culture in the most eloquent way. Just to give a little background about this track, I want to say this is the first track that me and him built on, because he's the type of producer where he is gonna produce, right? Like, so he's not just gonna make the beat. He's gonna make sure that the vocal recording is polished or sounding good. He's gonna make sure that it's up to snuff. He's gonna make sure what you're saying actually makes sense with the rhythm, or the melody, or the harmony, or the vibration that you guys are creating. So on our first track, that shit was very coached, and I enjoyed it because I get tired of interpreting my own art, and I get tired of I don't get ever tired of carving out tracks or creating sound beds or sound designs or harmonies or progressions or I don't get tired of that shit. But I do get tired of, like, you know, just producing in that way by myself. Every good teacher loves to study, but every good teacher is gonna attract someone who wants to be taught. And I love being around builders who I can learn things with. So on this first track, Now or Never, we went all the way in. You know, I think we were up for shit. We were up all night. Pause. And he was living at this rad ass, ridiculous spot. And a good friend of ours, Christian Brett Schneider, was also a roommate of his, but he also worked with me. And he's one of the guys that also helped me understand, or how to interpret mixing, like mixing songs. Like he introduced it to me like it was Photoshop, because he knew I understood Photoshop more than any other like software that might have been available, right? So he took what I used the most and went with that. And so we created this track. We're sitting, and if you listen to it, there's actually a record sample. I'm not gonna say who. I'm just gonna say Harlem Renaissance. I'm just gonna say one of the most beautiful singers of all time. I'm also gonna say strange and she's an Aries. So if you listen to the record, you can already hear that alive feeling, you know what I mean, or that like old record sound, because I love that. There's a certain type of warmth that plays from a record that is just like boom. It's just like nothing else, right? So you can already feel that we wanted you to feel that warmth that was coming like with the sun rising, basically. So we wanted you to feel that orange hue. We wanted you to feel that morning dew. You know what I'm saying? Pause. We wanted you to understand where we was actually coming from. So that's why we went ahead and did the track like that. And we did this. We did Live from Reality, and Feeling Good. Feeling Good's a sleeper featuring Wizzy D. We'll talk about that at another time. But yeah, so we were just going back and forth, and he was seeing where my artistic mind was at, and so I picked the sample with him, and we decided upon it, and 5's tracks, you never know where it's going. So you could help with the sample if you want to. You can come in with a drum or a kick or something like that, and once you give it to him and he starts tinkering, his process is just something that I had never seen before. You have no idea where this track is going. And so I just kind of, once we had the loop, it was disgusting from there. I always like his drums because the drums always sound live. They always have this, and when I say that, I mean you can literally feel the canvas or the leather on a drum when he plays them. He gives it that real analog sound. It's real human. And so yeah, I'll let him take care of that. And we was pretty much going that bail. I want us to say we just need some dynamic, because that's how I am. You know, you need a little flair, you need a little red in it, you need a little head in it. You feel what I'm saying? Pause. You feel what I'm saying? So you need you must be out of your head if your system ain't up to the red. You feel what I'm saying? If you know, you know. So that's really where my mind was at. And so yeah, that's how we got into it. So just to break down annotation, man, I don't remember the lyrics to a lot of my songs, like not even when recording them. And this one was special because it's something that I did write down. And when I write, I'm very focused, I'm very intentional, making sure that it has impact and effect. And so I don't know all the lyrics to this song, but I do know some of them, and the ones that I know I'm going to share. And yeah, just talk a little bit more about the aesthetic of the track. I said, it was 30 to a shower. Now we see the Trump Tower. I used to dream about this life every minute, every hour. Knowledge is the power. We'll start right there. When I said that, I was speaking in references of a time of when me and my family lived in a homeless shelter. And that was probably one of the tightest times that me and my older brother started to meld together. You know what I mean? Well, because we were always tight, but I was forced to like hang out with him. So we were always tight, but at the same time, there was some feuding because, I mean, who the hell wants to be around their little brother all the time? But he was forced to deal with me because I'm his little brother, and to be honest, I was mature. And so at that time, we were staying in a homeless shelter, and we used to have to stand in line to get in the shower. You know what I mean? And so that shit was crazy. So one time I remember us looking at each other, and it's one of the biggest bonding moments we ever had. And we just decided to bond up. So that was me referencing that. It was 32 a shower. Now I see the Trump Tower. Now, the reason why that got referenced is to now, you know, I don't even think when I wrote, I'm not sure if when I wrote that, there was even a Trump Tower in Chicago. Like, honestly. I just used to think about watching Mike Tyson box a lot. And I used to always see, like, sometime when he's boxing, if he wasn't at the MGM, then he was at the Donald Towers. You feel what I'm saying? So it just had this aesthetic of like glory and championship and like nostalgia in my trapped in the 90s mind. You know what I'm saying? So then I used to dream about this life every minute, every hour. I have a lot of daydreams. I don't have a lot of night dreams is what I realized. I realized that I have a lot of daydreams. I have a lot of conscious moments where things just play through my head, like they've already happened or they're about to happen or this is how it's lining up or like all of this, like it's just like these different feels that I get. And so yeah, I realized that I daydream, and when I do, it's constant, it's repetitive, it's urgent sometimes, it's I just can't shut it off sometimes. So think at that time we had just had a big victory, you know what I'm saying, against some tyrant punk ass motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying. Like we just had a big victory. We wasn't supposed to even make it out that jam, and we made it out that jam and we came out victorious. So this song was kind of making me feel like, we almost there. Why did I decide to release it now? Yo, if anybody doesn't know, my I lost my grandmother and my father this year. Yeah, so bless my spirit, bless my family, bless my heart, bless my mind, bless y'all heart, bless y'all mind, bless y'all spirit. If y'all ever lost anybody or lost somebody recently, much love and respect to you, for sure. And so with those type of events happening, I did some different things that I haven't necessarily done in my life, which is allow myself to feel like a true like emotion, like, because emotions are expensive, and any brothers out there that got to take care of business or got to take care of family or got to just take care of themselves, you know what I mean, understands that time off is expensive. Thinking about how you feel is expensive because you got people and things that you're responsible for, including yourself. So I took a chance to actually feel some time to actually delve into my feelings and actually feel this feeling of grief and the ancestors and the spirits surrounding me and my who I am and my being. And a lot of that came with releasing fear. And I was trying to figure out what track I wanted to drop, because I want to drop a track for y'all every week, just so I can feel through and see what y'all like. You know what I'm saying? As the Great Five would say, that I run out of files before we run out of styles. You understand me? I can do this forever, but I want to know what the people like. It's not just about what I want to hear. So I'm going to be testing records every week, and this one hopped out as the one that I should try. And yeah, this one just says, be in the moment, be present. We don't got next. Forget what happened in the past. We got right now. That's what I actually got, is I got the moment right now. You know what I'm saying? The future is a myth. We don't even know if we're going to make it that far. The past is black history. That shit gone. All we got is the present, and it's a gift. You feel me? Like, that's all we got right now. So I'm ready to tee up. You feel what I'm saying? Right now. And so I wanted to drop this song. It has the feel. It has the warmth. It has the aesthetic. It has all of the things that's representative of me. And I had to drop that now and never right now. You know what I mean? Another bar that sticks out to me is how I started the second verse. It says, man, I gotta get it in the meanest way. I see my future now, and this is clear as day. You know what I'm saying? So that's me just being focused on the mountain. We was climbing up the mountain. We had just got a victory. You feel what I'm saying? Against some real suckers. You feel what I'm saying? So my mindset was climbing up that. And the things that happened after this song come out, stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? Because it just got crazier. So, yeah, man, I just wanted to share that with y'all. Check out the aesthetic shoot that I did. I'm also just trying to stimulate all of the senses, you know what I'm saying? So y'all can have more content, but more context, so you understand the fabrics, the textures, the sounds, you know what I mean? If you get it, you get it. But while I'm here, while I'm developing the crazy 88s, you feel what I'm saying? While that's happening, you know, I'm gonna take questions, I'm gonna take suggestions, I'm gonna take listeners, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take all of it in so I can find out who's who and what's what out there. I want to hear from y'all. So if y'all got any questions, man, you know, just hit me on Insta, something like that. DM me. Just ask questions about the track and make sure y'all go check it out, man. That's Infinite CAIN, now or never. Available everywhere. Peace.